We're excited to be here with you again today, and we really hope you're enjoying these lessons and that you take the time to reflect and apply them. Today, we're going to be talking about personal power. So what does power mean to you? So power can mean to have a physical strength or to be in control of things. So who do you think has power? You might say teachers, parents, police officers, judges, athletes, famous people, or people who are rich. The truth is, we all have power within us. The power to choose and make choices. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about how much power you have. So I want you to write the following statements about how much power you have on a scale of 1 to 10. So 10 is the largest amount of power and 1 is the lowest. So if you wear what you want, do you have 1, very little power? Do you have 10, the ultimate power, or somewhere in the middle? What if you get good grades in school, or you get a part-time job, or you go out with the girl or boy that you like? So rate each one of those with 1 through 10. Now I want you to add up your ratings. And if you add up your ratings and you get at least 20, then you may feel like you have a fair amount of power. The great thing is that you are in control of the power. You have a choice to make in everything that you do. So when we think about power, generally we think of 4 types. 1 is control. Now that seems pretty obvious, right? You have control over something. So example, you have control over your arm. Another one would be influence, the power to persuade others. But adaptability is also power. That is how you respond to things. Are you going to blow up and react, or are you going to be calm and level-headed? And then surrender. And most people don't think of this as power, but when you give up, you are choosing to give up, right? That is power. We're going to watch a video, and I really want you to kind of listen and think about all of the lessons within this video, what she says.
At any given moment, we have 2 options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. Abraham Maslow. I think that each and every one of us can apply this quote to some aspect of our life. What it's essentially saying is that when you're faced with a difficult decision, or you find yourself about to sink into an old habit, you have the option to step forward into growth or the option to step back into what's safe and easy and familiar. Each and every day we are faced with endless choices. Every single moment of our life is made up of one choice after another. Every choice, no matter how small, is leading us into a different path that guides us to another choice and another decision, ultimately bringing us here to this very moment. Every single aspect of our life, including our circumstances, are affected by our choices. So I want to ask you this. What is the one power that you have in your life right now that has the ability to change everything? We can't always control what happens to us. We can't always control our circumstances, but we can control what we focus on, what we give meaning to, and what we do. It's not the conditions of our life that control our destiny. It's the choices that we make every single day. Your greatest power lies in your ability to choose. Sometimes even the littlest decision can change the entire direction of your life. So I want you to think about some of the choices that you've made in your past and how they've led you to where you are now. How would things be different if you chose to go in a different direction? Maybe your life would have been better, maybe it would have been worse, but it definitely would have been different. Maybe it's something as small as deciding to go to a certain coffee shop during the day, and when you went to that coffee shop, you met the love of your life, or you met someone that changed your career direction, someone that guided you and helped you to pursue your passion or impacted your life in some way. The small choices that we make every single day have a very funny way of leading us to things that have massive impact on the way that we live our life and our direction. Now, I'm not saying that every single decision you make is going to change the course of your life, but I do want you to realize just how impactful every single small decision that you make through your day-to-day life is, and how everything seems to unfold based off of the small choices that we make every single day. Your destiny does not lie in your circumstances, it lies in your decisions. So the things that we do, the way that we live our life, how we spend our time, the opportunities and the people and the beliefs that we have in our life all lead back to very simple, small decisions that we have made. So if you want a new life, you have to make different choices. The big decisions that have massive impact on the lives that we live all lead back to what we focus on. So make sure that you're focusing on the things that bring you happiness, the things that bring you joy and make you feel magic. Don't let your life be steered by others or by ego or by money. Lead a life that is true to who you are and who you want to be. Make sure that the small decisions that you make every single day align with your higher purpose and your best self. Make sure that you bring to focus the things that really truly matter and life that you want to live. If you're ever faced at a crossroad between what you feel is safe and familiar and comfortable and what you truly want and desire out of this life, whether this is in your business or in your love life or in any aspect of your life, choose the direction that you feel most aligns with you, even if it doesn't feel safe or comfortable, and surrender to that path, knowing that as you continue to take small steps towards the right direction, that everything else will begin to come to you and you'll be able to attract all the things that you need to accomplish your highest hopes and desires. Know that you have the power of choice and you get to decide the life that you live. Your dream life is out there and it is waiting for you. But in order to make your way to that reality, you have to start with the simple things. You have to start with what you focus on, what you give meaning and power to, and what you decide to do in each and every moment. So make sure that all of the small decisions line up with what you're trying to do with your life. Make sure they line up with who you want to be. Make sure they line up with who you want to attract in your life, who you want to love, what type of business you want to have, how you live your life, what type of passions you have, how much money you make, all of these things. Make sure that every small choice aligns with your highest, happiest self. From there, surrender to the path knowing that it is guiding you and it is going to support you financially and mentally and stably if you just give into it and you start to align with the frequency of the reality that you really want to create. So I hope that you enjoyed this video on the power of choice. I hope that you go out today and every single day and you make choices that benefit you and the life that you want to live. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down in the corner, turn on the notification bells. I'm going to be putting out new videos on health, wealth, love, and happiness every single week, and I hope to see you on another video.
All right, so I want you to remember that your goal is to use your personal power to positively influence your life. You have the power. So remember that your choices will affect your own life and often the lives of others. Remember that power lies in the choices you make. And remember that you alone are responsible for how you use your power. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson and that you will begin to use everything that you have learned